And my special guest tonight is currently the hottest comedy talent on British TV. Will you welcome the star and the creator of the award-winning TV show The Office, who the Radio Times calls the most powerful man in British comedy? Yes, it's Ricky Gervais!
Cheers.
Oh. Well, we got so much to talk to you about.
Most powerful man in British comedy. GQ did a poll, and I came out 17th most stylish man in the world. Johnny Vegas beat me. He came 16th. I don't know who came first. Bernard Manning probably in his pants. So I don't take a lot of notice of polls, but
no,
it's very
they
flattering.
Don't always reflect the true truth, do they?
No.
We got so much to talk about you. But, Ricky, what on earth possessed you to get into a boxing ring for a TV punch-up with Grant Bovey?
I never usually do those things, those celebrity things like, I don't know, game shows and things like that, and I'm a celebrity, get me back on telly. I never... And yet, I said yes to the most ridiculous one ever. I mean...
But you took it seriously.
Well, yeah, because I thought I'd be good at it. Secretly, I thought, well, I've watched all Muhammad Ali's fights, I'll probably be a bit like him. Yeah. Can't be that hard, can it? It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It was ridiculous.
Oh, it's a charity thing?
The first time I turned up, we're going to spar today, I thought, all right. And they went, there's your sparring partner. I looked at it, and he's an ex-professional boxer. And, I mean, of course I was scared. He was playing with me. But the trainer was going, hit him, to this bloke who felt sorry for me because he straight away saw I was a lump of lard. And I said to him, can you get brain damage from just one fight, right? And he went, effing brain damage, effing brain damage. He said, I've had 40 fights. And my sparring partner looked at me and went, does that put your mind at rest?
Let's have a look at the actual fight, a bit of the actual fight going. You and Grant Bovey thumping each other.
The fatigue setting in. It's like they're wading through mud, the lads, isn't it?
Yeah, we're running out of time here now. There won't be any knockdowns. I'm not surprised with the size of these guys. There it is. And just look at the reaction there. This tremendous. I'll take my hat off to them. I really have.
Do you remember seeing that on Life on Earth? Two walruses mating. Just kept leaning on
There was more action here. I mean, how exhausting was that? I mean, you were out on your feet.
Ridiculous. I mean, the adrenaline takes you over. I couldn't lift my arms after like, the first round.
He got you few right on the snout. I assume it's very painful.
It doesn't hurt.
No?
No, it's your own exhaustion. I thought the bigger risk wasn't being knocked out, it was actually having a heart attack. Because you go out there and it's just ridiculous.
Grant, I have to say, Ricky, looked the part. Now, no mean to be disrespectful.
No.
He looked the part. He looked like the boxer. You looked like more sumo, you know? Well, a bit of weight there.
Sorry, who are you and what have you done with Des O'Connor? I've never heard him insult another guest in 40 years. Why me?
I figure you can take care of yourself.
Well, yeah.
You were a little bit overweight.
I still am. I'm just wearing, darker suits, pinstripe. It doesn't fool anyone. No, well, I sort of did it to lose weight. There are easier ways. But the worst thing, it didn't end up in the programme. The most humiliating thing was we had to get into the bod pod. Did you see that on Celebrity Fit Club, where they had to have their fat measured in a bod pod, and I had to get into one of those, and so I laughed at Rick Waller when he had to do it, and you're there in your Speedos, and Grant came out at 8% fat. I came out at 25% fat. I'm a quarter lard, and it's so... Oh, God. Rick Waller, remember what Rick Waller came out? He came out 60% fat. That's true. I've looked it up. That's the same percentage fat as a pork scratching. No wonder he's got low self-esteem.
Ricky, I was corrected. I said Ricky Gervais. No, Ricky Gervais.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, I assume the proper pronunciation, if you're being really poncy, is Gervais, because it's French.
And are you French? Is it French blood?
Yeah, well, yeah, half French.
Are you?
Yeah.
Mum, Dad?
Dad, French-Canadian, so I've got qualities of both French and English, which is good. I've got, qualities of both, so, I am crap in bed, but at least I've got bad breath. So, best of both worlds.
I heard you on the radio, I don't know, was it, a few weeks back, talking, I was on one of these magazine programs, you're talking about your family and your nan. I know you're particularly fond of her because she's a bit quirky, isn't she? She's a bit of an oddball.
She was going. Let's say it. She wasn't all there by the end. She tried her best, but she was already. She used just to say funny things, and from the age of about 7 to about 11, I used to go on holiday with my nan and my mum in this 2-berth caravan in Bognor Regis. Whew. Yeah, that was
wild.
And she used to say. I remember watching telly once. It was the Strangeways riots. Do you remember that? When all the prisoners rioted and they were on the roof and they were up there for days and the police and the warden, they couldn't get them down. They were ripping the place to pieces and it was on the 10 o'clock news every night. And she went, look at them. They should be locked up.
She sounds fun. She made you laugh?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Well, who of the pros, who of the professionals made you laugh when you were just sort of getting interested in comedy? Who would be your heroes, people who impressed you?
I suppose really early days, sort of like, I don't know, 10 or... The first time I knew I was sort of doing comedy to make people laugh, I used to sort of do impressions of the comedians. Remember the show in the early 70s?
North, Johnny Hampton.
Yeah, all that. And but then I had older brothers and sisters, and so, you know, I suppose I was exposed to that other wing that was coming through, I suppose the alternative wing that went through Monty Python and through to 40 Towers, of course. So, I mean, everything really. I think I...
Two Ronnies?
Oh, I love Two Ronnies.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. When I was about sort of, 13, 14, you like the clever stuff. You want to be clever with your comedy. And I much preferred Two Ronnies to sort of Morecambe and Wise. I didn't get them until I was older, and I realised that Morecambe and Wise, I think for me, are the best double act. Britain's, and Eric Morecambe, I think, is just...
Did you ever meet the guy?
No.
You would have loved him.
I do. I love him.
You'd have loved him more.
Really.
Because
that's good to hear, because I really want comedians to be funny. This idea of a comedian having a tragic life and going back to the dressing room and crying into a bottle of whiskey scares me. I want them to be funny all the time, which you can't have. But obviously...
You'd have got it with him.
Yeah. No,
you'd have got it with him. No matter what you said, I remember once saying to him, because at one time the important thing for an up-and-coming entertainer was, if you make a couple of bob, was to become a limited company. So I was showing off and I said, I'll become a limited company. He said, you should, you're a limited performer. He just always had an answer. We got a little clip to kind of prove the point. And we thought you'd like this. This was just after the first time he was released from hospital from the first heart
remember
attack.
this.
And he was interviewed, do you remember? He was interviewed outside.
Outside, and he was just doing wisecracks all the time. There's a brilliant... well,
there's a lovely little moment here that... Well, you'll have a look at this.
Seriously, how are you feeling?
Great. Absolutely marvellous.
What was the hospital cocoa like?
Excellent. It's marvellous stuff. It's green.
You've obviously got to take it easy for a bit, though, presumably.
Well, if I can get a bit, I'll take it easy, yes.
That's fantastic. What happens next in that? He gets into the car and they go, good luck, and he goes, I'm fine. And he turns to the driver and goes, intensive care, please. Well, I was just saying that, growing up, you like clever stuff. And, you like, whatever, wordplay or, comedy constructs. And then just a nice bloke with glasses can just crack me up just so much more. I just think that he was just such a warm performer. He's fantastic.
OK, more from Ricky after the break. See you then. Ricky Gervais. We're talking to Ricky Gervais now, doing stand-up. You're doing stand-up now. There's a DVD out of yours, which you taped at where, in a Bloomsbury or somewhere?
It's out in November, and I do stand-up, but this is the first time, and
well, I thought
I'd film it, so I have to do it again. It's too hard. It's like The Fight. Thank God they taped it, because I'm not doing that again.
I can't believe that's the first time. You look like you've been doing it all your life. You look more comfortable there than anybody I've ever seen on a stage, and I really mean that.
Clever editing.
Every minute you seem to build to a climax. Why did you call the show Animals? Unusual title for a show, Animals. Why Animals?
I've always been fascinated with animals. It was like, I wanted to be a vet, and it just seemed like a good idea at the time. And I had lots of anecdotes, you know, from growing up, and I learned a lot as well. I actually researched the show because I wanted it to have this sort of air of a lecture about it. So
but it kind of comes over as a lecture sort of.
Well, that's sort of the joke. But yeah, it's just some fascinating. And I went on the internet, and there's some fascinating things on there. And there's these websites that people sort of download trivia, and I don't know why they do it, because they must wake up in a cold sweat and go, oh, I've got to tell the world this, you know. The peanut is not a nut, it is legume. And I just go, they're fascinating. There's one on there, it's absolutely true, and I've looked at it, it is true. It says, you can lead a cow upstairs, but not down. It is true, it's the way their joints don't oppose, but I think of the poor person who found that out the hard way. Come on, Daisy, down you go. Or, I can't go downstairs. What do you mean, where's the way my joints? I don't care about your joints. My wife's coming home in 5 minutes. Get down the stairs.
There's a very funny bit on the DVD about dolphins and sea lions. I mean, how did you get your head to get to that?
That's true as well. I found that on the US Marine website. I often go in to see what the fashion's like. And there's the US Marines have got a 90-strong squad of sea lions and dolphins that are trained to take down depth charges. They're absolutely true. I mean, isn't that amazing? They don't know what they're doing. They think they're doing it for a bit of fish, but it's still... And I think it's mainly the dolphins that do all the dangerous stuff, and the sea lions are for morale. They stand back going, brilliant. That is... brilliant.
Listen, I've got to talk to you about The Office. Now, the character, David Brent, I mean, you can't believe there are people like that out there, but there are, aren't there?
I've met a lot. I've met sort of... I mean, he's a Frankenstein, but I have met half a dozen people like David Brent. I mean, it's you know, no one exactly like him. It's more ticking types off. He's just like a bit of a sado who wants to be liked, and because the cameras are there, he's showing off. So it's really sort of a demise of someone who thinks that they'll get a game show out of this, or, you know, they'll be the new Jeremy Spake. Whoo! You know, and, sorry. He's great. No, I like Jeremy Spake.
So but you worked in middle management for a while, didn't you?
I was a middle manager, yeah. And I went on those training courses that are in the office. All those sort of things happened. Well, I did management courses. I went on those away days. I went on seminars. I went on those residential things. We had one, I remember the first one I ever went to at my job at work. There was about 12 middle managers and like 100 other staff, and they just arbitrarily just divvied it up to 2 managers to teach this course. They hadn't done it before, so there was 2 other managers teaching us, and they did role play, like, you know, the good hotel manager and the bad, and honestly it went something like this. They're probably watching. And they went, right, they looked at their notes, they go, right, this is the wrong way to do it. Oh, okay, well, you're going to play I'll play the customer. And we were thinking, oh God, right? And they went, I'd like to make a complaint. Don't care. Well, it is your problem because the room's dirty. I'll go somewhere else then. That's the wrong way to do it. And we went, right, they went, okay, should we swap it on? Right, this is the right way to do it. I'd like to make a complaint. Oh, what seems to be the problem? Oh, my room's a bit dirty. Okay, have it for free. Brilliant. So, yeah, it's all sort of based in...
Did you learn anything?
Yeah.
Did anybody learn anything?
How not to do it. Just put it in a programme.
Got a little clip here of David Brent spouting off.
Oh dear.
As is his want. It's The Office now, you're probably well aware you're not going to like it. It's now the best-selling DVD of all time.
Can I just say, that took 75 takes.
You're joking?
No, I was wondering why... I thought you were going to say it. I was wondering why you picked it. That's the clip that took 75 takes, because when I did that, I didn't tell Martin I was going to do it. And then every time, he was going, oh, God. And then we were both laughing. Then it was getting back to as he walked in, because I throw in ad-libs to put the other actors off. Yeah. Right? And Martin's going, this is your show. Why are you doing it? Why are you jeopardising your show? And he couldn't understand it. Of course, that makes me laugh more. So hopefully I'll put them off. I get the awards. They don't get anything.
Very good. David Brent, I was going to say it's done fantastic. It's probably the fastest selling video and DVD of all time, The Office. him, David, he's full of bull, but it was a sad old case at the end of the day. We've all got our TV favourites over these favourite moments, you know, if it's not...
This is mine.
Which, this is... Well, but it's a fact that people like moments like Del Boy falling through the flap of the bar. Yeah. I've got a feeling this little thing we're going to show now...
I know what you're going to show.
Yeah, we're going to show you doing your lovely little dance. Ricky, before we show that one...
You're going to do it first.
No, well, if you like. I can't even do that.
Oh.
What was actually going on there in the office? For the benefit of anyone that had not seen, what were you trying to tell them? What was the message there?
Well, the point of it was we were going to try and show that, you know, throughout the series, he was having a bit of a midlife crisis, a bit of a breakdown, and this was made worse by Neil, the new boss, who was, you know, his worst nightmare. He was better at his job. He was younger. Some people say better looking. And it was Red Nose Day, so this is David's favourite day. And then Neil comes in and does this really great dance from Saturday Night Fever. And, you know, it brought out the worst in David. He's like a child, and he had to get the better of him. So he just did this ridiculous dance that he hadn't practiced. And I purposely didn't practice it. I didn't have anything in mind. So I could just go mental. So what we had to do is, because I did it, and then I'd either have to stop and they'd put the fan on me and bring me sort of water, and people would just be laughing at this sight of me. And it's actually 3 goes that we taped together. So those cutaways to the crowd are where I had to stop and start again, because either someone laughed or I went, get me a doctor. So I just tried to do the maddest things. And I watched The Office, and you know, I watched it go out, and because I knew everything, the only thing that made me laugh that I was in was that stupid little thing I do, because I don't remember doing it. I still can't remember doing it. I know.
Could be the moonwalk.
It looks like a little crab having a fit. And I looked like some sort of orangutan in a suit. I've got short little legs and these arms going everywhere. I want to be cool, Des, like you.
It's cool. Let's have a look. It's cool. So what's going to happen now? Because you know, it looks to me like you're off to Hollywood. I hear you're off to Hollywood. Would you like the movies, the full acting bit?
No, we're off to Hollywood because we're involved in the American remake. We're going to...
of course, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to be executive producers, and we're probably going to direct it now, the pilot. I have been offered films, but I don't really want to be an actor. And if Steven Spielberg calls, then I'll consider it. But I don't see the point in keep popping up in, films. Really, it's got to be the right thing. I also think that I'll get caught out there.
Really?
I can do that because I write that. So I make if I go wrong on the set, I go, I've changed the words. You can't really do that with George Lucas, can you? I thought the Wookiee was a bit rubbish. What I do is, no, there's a lot to do here first.
You're going to do some more stand-up. You've got to do more stand-up. You've just got to... Don't tell me you're not going to do it.
Well, I am going to do it, because I want to get good at it, so...
You're going to get better than...
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a show called Politics, so... than animals.
The fun side of politics?
Well, the sort of... The construct is that I've decided that I'm a celebrity and I want to give a little bit back. And it's like I want to live and die by my morals, like Martin Luther King, like Gandhi, Ben Elton. And so I come out and I try and think I change it, but I get it all wrong. Like I say things like Nelson Mandela, 30 years in captivity, came out in about 1990. So he's been out for about 13 years and he hasn't reoffended. So, so as far as I can make out, he's going straight. Which shows you prison does work. So,
well, I'm sure you're going to keep on working. I'd like tickets for the opening night. My thanks to Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais. That's it for now. Good night, everyone. Good night. Thank you. Hey, Ricky.
Well, Des returns next Friday at 10 o'clock for more comedy and conversation. Meanwhile, on the way next tonight, John Suchet with the latest ITV Weekend News.
Saturday night on ITV1 has more celebrities, more challenges and more pressure.
I've been practicing.
Live with a star and win amazing prizes.
At 6:50, things are getting really tough.
I hate you.
As 10 more hopefuls sing live.